Hello. I wanted to give a brief update on what's going on over here. I haven't made a video since my webinar series this past fall, and my last webinar was in December. And thank you everyone for joining that series. I really appreciate all the energy that has come in there and continues to flow in, and thank you for joining my YouTube channel. So after the series was over last year, in December, I took the last month to finish my book and to publish it, and it was self-published. I did the entire thing myself, except for the editing, which was done by my partner Chris Drozdick, and we took the rest of the last days of December to finish it. And it's a story. It's my story. Dreamweaver is me, and it's about my dreams adventure and my shamanic initiation, what happened to me for the past 20 years. But when you'll see at the end of the book here, I have a little brief announcement about my upcoming book called Soulship, and that is really the meat of my story of my embodied enlightenment. So I'll be working on that for the next year or two, and there's no time limit. I mean, I'm out of time and space with this, guys. So as long as you follow me on my website and my YouTube channel and on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, you'll see what I'm doing and the phases leading up to the publishing of Soulship. So I'm very excited that I finally was able to get this done. It's a short read, yes, but it's one of those books where you can go back to 2 or 3 times, and that's why I left. I have some spaces in the back here, some notes, because you will probably be using that if you so choose to, because there's a lot here. There's a lot in this small little book. And it's dreams, shamanism, fables, enlightenment, and juvenile fiction, so ages 10 to 99. So it seems like if you're a fast reader, but again, it's one of those books that has a lot to it. So with that all being said, may you enjoy this book. It's available on Amazon now, and Amazon in the USA, and pretty much all over the world. Wherever you are, and also in my Healing Now market too, in my website. If you go into my website at murielschickman.com, and you can get into my market there, and then you can get a signed copy if you so wish. So with all that being said, it's a lot of clearing that's been taking place. I mean, if you followed my YouTube channel, you've known what I've been talking about. The change of consciousness that we've been coming into, and that's really stepping up to plate real fast at this point. As far as global changes, internal changes, of course, affecting the global changes. The earth changes, climate change. I mean, I'm standing here on this day in Colorado. I'm up 6,000 feet in the mountains, and, it's tricky here because they say it's Colorado for you, or just wait 5 minutes and the weather changes. But as we all know at this point, the Earth is going through major global changes, climatic changes. So even here, it's like 65 degrees, and it's been like this. You have days that it will be warm, but this has been a trend, and I think we've seen maybe 1 or 2 snow days out here, and that is not natural, really, of this area. Again, it is erratic out here, and it is strange weather, but with the climate changes, it's making it even more so. So the clearing of internal stuff that can't stay. It can't stay with you. You can't take your baggage with you to the higher frequencies. And so now, folks, you're starting to understand what this all entails. And I'm going through it too. I have the experience now where I'm kind of subhuman, where I've hit the embodied enlightenment. There's the human, there's the there's the very much the presence here, as you can tell. There's the human that I have, Muriel, and as the wisdom that I've drawn from my aspects and my facets come in, it quite helps her quite a bit during this change, because I'm going through that changes of the what does not belong to you, what no longer serves you, is leaving. I'm going through it too alongside of you guys. So, and it's not something that it's no fixing. You can't fix the human. You can't fix any of that. It's just moving through it and allowing the days to do its thing, because you cannot not be okay. It's impossible to not be okay. It is impossible. And when you take that deep breath, it's tough, guys. It's tough at times. And you can allow yourself to feel like you're going out of your skin. You don't want to stay there too long because it doesn't feel too well. And that's the only thing about being, maintaining that state of well-being, because, I mean, let's get down to it. It just doesn't feel very well to be not in a state of well-being. And the fact remains is that you cannot not be okay. So I went through some of the clearing too, and just recently as well. And I can say on this day that it's finally at that point. I can speak for myself, but I'm tapping into the collective energies right now that we are set to go. We are ready to go. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening finally. I know myself. I've taken a lot, many lifetimes, many experiences I've had to get to this point, to finally step into this day, this present moment, and to be able to be okay, even though there's so much crap happening around all of us. And it keeps getting more intense. It keeps getting more intense. You'd figure, well, if it keeps getting more intense, I couldn't take it before. How can I take it now? Well, that's because the opening, the new platform available on the planet, the new energetics that we have available, that we've all been working on. We've been doing our work. And the celestial realm has been setting up these energetics. The archangels have been doing the job. Metatron has been working. We've all been working alongside to change the energetic platform, to open up and expand so that we can have our experiences without being brought down and anchored in to the drama, into the noise of the world. And you're finding yourself going, well, there's so much stuff going on right now. How can it be that I'm fine? That's it. That's it. This is it. We all was wondering what it was going to look like. And so, to get back to what I'm doing now, not only was the publishing of the book that I finally finished, deep breath with that, because it's not easy to write a book, guys, and I know some of you are embarking on this journey, and bless your hearts, namaste. It is one of those things. You enjoy the process. You enjoy that process, and there's a character in this book that talks about a little bit about that. It's very important that as you're creating your projects, not only, as you know, you create in broad strokes. You just create one broad stroke. You let it alone. You let it just take its own form and do it its own thing. Kind of like when a mother has parents have a child, mother has a child, knows that you're not going to control that child. That child would take its own and go off on its own. Same thing with the projects. So very important with that. I've been doing some healing work. I use that word healing work. It's more like activation a lot for folks that are stepping up to plate. They've done a lot of their work. You moved into out of the baggage that you're not carrying anymore and moving into the energies, but there still might be something that's left and you're battling with. And I'm finding that even Shambra and a lot of people outside in the light worker community is struggling with finances and abundance issues, which is not an issue. I use that term loosely as well, as you find out when you move out and get out of that box that it's no an issue. In fact, abundance is who we are. So this is a big thing that I had too, and I came recently into it myself. I am living proof. I've done it. If I have $10 in my pocket, I have enough. If I have $10,000 in my pocket, I have enough. So everything that you have and everything you don't have, you always have exactly what you need, and you'll find out later. Sometimes you'll find out later, sometimes you know. But it doesn't matter. Just as you move into this and to know this, it's all part of what you're going to carry into the coming days, is just knowing all is well. You cannot not be okay. State of well-being is really where you want to be. And you are abundant. So once you understand that, say, I don't know what your circumstance is. Everybody's got their own circumstance. But once you understand this, you'll be surprised what happens, guys, when you just really just sit with that, and it expands the energies around you. Your own consciousness is your own energy. Money is you. It's yours to have. All the abundance in this world is yours to have. So, and so it expands, and you'll be surprised. It'll happen in less than 24 hours. Sometimes it'll happen in like an hour period. You'll get a call. You say, okay, allow and let it come to you. But sometimes it's not the check in the mail. Sometimes it's an idea that comes to your mind, and it leads to getting that check in the mail. So you just sit and you allow, and the more you fight with that you are not comfortable with will persist, my friends. And so I'm open, and I like to call what I do now quantum midwifery, if you will, because there's many folks who are just right there. They're right there. And you could say, well, at that point, they just need to sit with it. They don't need anything outside of themselves. But you know, folks, sometimes you do, okay? So that's why I'm here. And anybody, you know, if you want to talk to anybody that's channeling any entity that you trust that doesn't have a form, they'll tell you straight right now. Because they clearly come through me. Sometimes you just need some help. Sometimes you just need a little boost to get you to exactly there. And so don't hesitate to contact me. And I'm available. And it's really a dance that we're playing with right now. We live in a world where you need money. We live in a world where people are scared what's going to happen next. And we're moving out of the mentality. Thank goodness for the change in the energetics and all the work that has been done on all parties involved. Even the parties that I call them petty tyrants, you could say, that are causing the havoc in the world. That's perspective. There's no good or bad. Everything's got its right place. Everything's got its right time. Everything is about divine timing, and everything happens exactly when it needs to happen. So with my message today, it's not only just the update of me telling you what's going on with me and where I'm at, and please reach out to me because I'm here. I have given up my whole entire everything to do exactly what I'm doing right now, and I'm enjoying every step of the ride too. Are some days difficult? You bet. You bet. You bet. But I've come to realize I'm not alone. You're not alone, dear ones. Not only are we here, but you're starting to see that there's many of you inside the kingdom that is inside of you. You were never alone to begin with until you took that journey away from the self. For a good reason. It's all experience. So anyway, with all this being said, and I could sit here for the next 2 hours and talk about this stuff. I'm always good one-on-one, even if you just want to talk. I do need to, I do charge for what I do because we live in a state of world where we need money. I don't always charge. It depends on the situation. I work with you, and I work with the moment, and I work with what comes. And I'm not here for anything, no power or control, not to be rich, not to be famous. I died before I died. I am here as a light and a point of consciousness for the pioneering of this on the planet. And that's the big thing that's happening right now, guys. Whether you're fully engaged in the world or if you're kind of dancing slightly outside, wherever you are, we're all here doing this, and we are family. And it's a wonderful thing now that to realize that we are not alone, not only alone inside, because the kingdom inside, but alone and seeing, hey, there you are. Hey, there you are over there. Hey, there you are over there. I see you. I see you. I see you now. And you're beautiful. So I'm available. My book's available. I have products in my store. I have healing products. I have services available that goes beyond just activation and energy clearing. I mean, I'm a psychopomp. I deal with the deceased, the dearly departed, and I cross souls over and I help them come in. I do marriage ceremonies and death and dying ceremonies. If you're having a hard time with someone that you may have lost, I help you with that. I do everything, guys. Whatever it is, I am here. I am here for you. So I have a webinar coming up, and it's a quantum healing session on abuse, and I highly recommend that. I'm there with two other very potent healers that are from Germany, and that will be joining me, and that will take place at noon Mountain Standard Time, and it will be 7 p.m. GMT time. So if you're, make sure you check your time zones and all that. If you go on to my website, you can check out that webinar and then sign up from there if you want to. So I appreciate your time right now so much, and thank you for your presence. I can feel your presence right now, and thank you for being on this planet right now and supporting the love of the expansion. It's so beautiful of where we are now. And I changed my language because I used to say the expansion of where we're going. But no, we are here, and I'm very happy to be here. So thank you very much, and I look forward to the webinar that's coming up on February 11th. And other good things are in the making. I'm always creating, always doing things over here, and I might have a tour going on as well. Anybody that needs my healing services, I would like to set something up so I start traveling and I can come to you if I'm around the vicinity, or if you know others that may need their work. It's kind of like a troubadour with the music, traveling music, I guess, if you will. What I did for 20 years, it would be shifting it over to the healing services to be there for people at this time. So, again, thank you so much. Thank you. And I love you all so very much. You take care for now. Namaste.